welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and today I'm working on these little coaster molds, and I am a part of the 2024 International Halloween Craft Collaboration. It's put on by the Crafty Youtubers United. I'll have the links to everybody involved in this collaboration in the description box below. Make sure you check out their videos as well. We have a wide variety of YouTubers coming together, from beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So there's something for everyone. So check it out. In the meantime, I have 2 ounces of resin mixed up, and I am going to divide that up into these cups because I want to try to divide them up as evenly as I can. If you hear any kind of banging around or noises, it's my husband. Not that he's banging around or anything like that. It's just my microphone is very sensitive. And he is getting ready to go on a golf outing. So he will be gone for a few days. And although I will miss him, that will give me an opportunity to continue working on my son and daughter-in-law's baby album, because I am going to be a nana for the first time to a baby boy. I have 3 beautiful granddaughters, and my son and my beautiful daughter-in-law have been kind enough like they had a choice, but I like to think they did it for me, having me a little baby boy. So I'm going to use some purple glitter in this one. It's beautiful purple. This is from Arteza, and it is the premium grape purple. I'm going to get some stir sticks. So if you hear the sound, go out on my video. It's just me editing out the banging around. Like I said, he's not banging around. I have a very sensitive microphone. Picks up everything. I have to get me a new microphone. But it's not really a problem, is it? So there is the purple mixed up beautifully. I'll mix it up some more. And this one is the Arteza Premium Neon Orange. So I'm going to mix it in there. And these coasters theoretically hold 2.5 ounces. If I remember correct, that's what I have written on there. We'll see how accurate that is. I don't want to put a lot of glitter in the base of these, because on top of the glitter, I'll show you, I want to put some glow-in-the-dark powder. That's going to be the top layer. And then I have some Halloween images that I want to put on top of those. They're cute. And I have to go with something light, like this, or a white. Because if I go anything dark, because the images I'm using, I'll show you. I'm using these 2 images, they're napkins. And if I put anything dark behind it, see how my glove, you can see through it and it makes it look dark? Well, when it gets wet, that'll really darken up. So I got to put something light behind them. I will try to have everything linked that I'm using in the description box. I usually leave links under all my videos of everything I use. If there's not a link, I couldn't find it. And if I have something that I found that I think is similar, it will say similar next to the link. But make sure you check the size and stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty good at that. Pretty good at doing that, but sometimes things will get past me. Now, I'm not going to use any glue or anything like that because I want this to flow. I'm going to move this out of the way. Because I want to do a kiss pour with the glitter. the orange and the purple. Just like that. And we're going to come on down with this one. And some more in this one. And some more. Just going to go back and forth. This one looks like it needs some help. Okay. Now I'm going to pick this up and I'm just going to go like this. We're going to meld these, meld. We're going to blend these two like that. I'll do a little bit more in blending, but I just want to do a skim coat. Try not to lose my orange. This one I have to get in the corners a little better. Don't want to lose my purple. There we go. And for that, with that, I will be back. Let me spray it with some isopropyl. I'm using 99% isopropyl. This helps get rid of the bubbles. And I'm going to let that set up, tack up a little bit. Doesn't have to be completely cured. And I will be back for the next step. Okay, these are cured enough. I did have my heat mat on for about an hour. And I have just over 2 ounces of resin poured here. Let me just get my stick out and put that over there. Gotta get a spoon. This is from Roxy Epoxy. This is the yellow-green glow-in-the-dark powder. So I'm going to put some in. Let's see how that looks first. And my heat mat, I do let it cool down for about 30 minutes after I turn it off before I come up and do this part of the pour. You really want to mix this in good. I gotta get a better stick than this. Let me get my other stick out. I want to put some more color in there first, because this is just whipping it, and I don't want to create like tons of bubbles. So let me just get some more color, more of this in there. Get my stick back out. Just don't want it to stick to the actual wooden stick. There we go. This powder is not like mica powder. It's real gritty. And you really want to make sure that this is mixed up really well. I don't know if you can hear the grit in that, because it's all settling in the bottom. So I'm going to take a few minutes and mix this up, and then I will be back. I just want to put a little bit of my UV light on there. That is so cool, isn't it? Got so many lights on in here. It's daylight outside, so I'll try to get pictures in the dark, but let me see that again. That is just so fascinating to me. How cool is that? It is really, really windy out there today. I'm in Michigan. And I want to say that my thoughts and prayers are with everybody here in the U.S. who've been impacted by Hurricane Helene. I see we have another hurricane brewing. And I talked to my daughter today, because as of right now, it seems like she and her family are in the direct path of this one. So I don't know, it scares me. So I'm going to pour this in. I don't want to top these off. I don't know how much this is going to cover the glitter. So, get some in here. I will not be turning my heat mat on because I want this to tack up on its own for the next step. So, yeah. It looks like we didn't cover... I didn't want to put any pigment with this. I didn't know if pigment would affect this differently. I think that's got enough in that one. I think they both do. Okay, I got that poured in there. I'm going to spritz it with isopropyl to pop the bubbles. And I'm going to let that cure up without the heat mat. I'm going to cover it though. And we'll go on to the next step. Okay, these are cured, and I'm going to turn these this way, like this, because you'll see in the image. Now, just to show a little bit, I'm going to put my toothpick in, and it made that little dent. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little dent in there. That dent will flatten out because the resin is at that stage to where it's soft, but not too soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once this goes down, it's down, so there's no mucking about with it. So there's that. And I am just going to rub along without getting my fingers in the resin itself. Let me get my little tool out. And I'm just going to adhere this to the resin. So I'm not pushing. Okay. And now same with this one. Okay. Like that. I'm going to gently push that in there. Or not push. I'm not pushing anything. Just don't want no air bubbles underneath. Okay, I have 2 ounces of resin here, and I did run it through my vacuum chamber. So we're just going to pour that in there. And there like that. And the image is going to get darker, even though I treated these napkins. It's still going to get, that's what I meant by the color behind it will show up through the light portions of the napkin. Like I knew that whatever color I have behind the so-called sky, the white portion of this napkin, I knew that that is the color that would come through. So I'm just going to take my little stick and pull this to the edges, and I will be back for, I'll put this on a time lapse. Okay, I will be back for the demold. Okay, I'm back. Apparently I didn't turn my microphone on, so I'm going to do a voiceover for a short portion of the video. I noticed right away that these coasters cured kind of funny. They're fully cured. But I noticed that the top has this like a ripple. It looks like a ripple. I don't know if it was caused from being on the heat mat. I don't know. I've never seen this before. So I'm going to sand this. You don't have to sand it, but I'm going to sand it, and because you can feel it, but it's not necessary. But I think it'll look better once I sand it. So I'm going to use my liquid latex. I'll explain that in a minute. And I'm going to use my wet dry sandpaper. The wet dry sandpaper I use for this is, I think it's a P320. I think that's what it'll say on the paper. P320. Yeah. And it's just put a little bit of water down and you'll be good to go. I'm going to show here that you don't want to sand going up and down. You don't want to rock it up and down because you could ruin your piece. You want to sand in a circular motion. So once you sand for a few minutes, you want to check and make sure that you've got enough sanded. So periodically check it. And then once you're done sanding, you're going to want to wash them, completely dry it. And then I like to add liquid latex to the back of my pieces that I'm going to flood coat, basically. You don't need to use liquid latex. You could use Elmer's glue. You could use painter's tape, where you could tape up the bottom of the coaster or the bottom of the piece, because once you flood coat it, the resin is going to drip, and either you'll have to sand that off and start the process again on the other side. This just makes it so much easier using the liquid latex. I put the liquid latex on kind of thick. It's just easier to peel off when I'm done flood coating it. So I just go from corner to corner, edge to edge. I get as close to the edge without going over with the liquid latex. And yeah, so once the liquid latex is dry, then I will come back and we will do the flood coat. And you'll see how nice this looks in the end once we get done with that. So I'm going to finish pulling this liquid latex to the edge and go from there. So as soon as I get this done and as soon as the liquid latex dries, I will be back with the next part. I will see you soon. All right, I am back and my mic is working. I don't know what happened there. So looks like I'll have to do a partial voiceover. Not too thrilled about that, but we'll get that done. I'm putting a little bit of dazzling diamond in there. I hope I didn't put too much in there. I think I just did. Let me get some of that out before I mix it in. I put way too much in there. I was not thinking. Let's see what this is. I don't want it to overtake my project. And it will. I have a lot of bubbles in there. I think I removed too much of the dazzling diamond. Just get a little bit off of that. Because it will ruin your project. Yeah, that's good. And I didn't even put that much in there. It didn't seem like, I mean, it's very deceiving. Very, very deceiving. You gotta be really careful with this stuff. I'll clean that off in a minute. What I'm going to do now is a simple flood coat. I have about 2 ounces of resin here, which is more than enough. And we're going to let that show up. Doesn't that look pretty? So pretty. I love sanding stuff and then using the resin over the top. It just, I don't know, it just does really good. Let's do this one. Let's see how this one plays out. I will be going along the edges with my fingers because I did sand the edges. I'm dripping resin everywhere. So let's go back to this. And I'm going to go like this. And I will save that for this one. And now I'm going to get my gloved finger in there. And I'm going to bring it to the edge like so. And I want to break the surface tension on the edge. So I'm just going to get some resin on my glove and go along the edge like so. I'm going to bring this to the edge. And I want it nice and smooth. So this isn't to the edge. I want to break that surface tension. Let me move this back just a little bit. Just so I can get on the edges. I will pick some up off the table. And there it is. That is the first one done. I'll bring it closer when I get this one done. Let me pour some resin on here. I'm going to bring it out to the edge. Put that up some in frame. So pretty when you see it like that. You can see the dazzling diamond, and I did not put a lot in there. You've seen that. You really want to be careful with that stuff because it sparkles. It's really pretty, but it can get to the point where you can't see beyond the sparkle, and it will ruin your project. Yeah, I don't think I have enough resin on this one. Pour some more on there. So there it is. I'm just going to go along the edge. Because I have that liquid latex on there, I'm not worried about the resin seeping up underneath this. So I'll even take my finger and go up underneath like so. But there it is. There is the flood coat. As soon as this cures, I will be back. I'll probably spritz it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to let the bubbles come up to the surface before I do that. And then I'll show you what it's like to peel off the liquid latex. So I'll see you in a second. All right, these are cured. They turned out beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let me get this pulled up. I can reuse these cups if I don't damage them. This one. I'll cut that off later. Let's get this one off. And let's see how we take this stuff off. Okay, this is cured, but it's not like I didn't let it sit for hours and hours. It's cured. I wouldn't like stick my fingernail in it or anything like that. Because you want to be able to pull this off and it comes off so nice. You know. But there's that one. Didn't that turn out pretty? I just love how these turn out like that. Let's do this one. Just grab the piece. And all these little, you have these little spill marks back there. All that will come off. No problem. And there's that one. So there's that one. These turned out so pretty. So I just got to clean off this stuff. This just peels right off your silicone mat like this. So I just get all the, you can see it's still real soft. That's the stage this is at. See how it's still, that's why I'm not touching the top with my hand. I mean, it wouldn't leave fingerprints or anything like that. It's just still soft to the touch. Somewhat. It's hard to explain. You will know when you do this. But there it is. There these are. Aren't they cute? They turned out beautiful. So I hope this video helped you understand how to sand with the wet sandpaper and how it went from what it looked like before to what it looks like now. Just gorgeous. So I want to thank the Crafty Youtubers United for letting me join this collaboration. Again, this is the 2024 International Halloween Craft Collaboration. I'll have the links to all the other YouTubers in the description box. I'll have links to, if I can find, like for the napkins and stuff like that, I'll have links to the stuff that I used in the description box as well. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Your likes and your comments help my channel tremendously. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It is free. And to my subscribers, I thank you so much. You have a great day and God bless. Bye.